Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. As the recording of this, it is Saturday, June 14th. I'm about ready to head over to Magic Kingdom, and I'm going to experience in all its entirety, from the opening to the closure, depending on the weather, of Tom Sawyer's Island. I said goodbye to the riverboat, the Liberty Bell the other day, and today is my final time stepping foot on the island in the middle of Rivers of America. It's closing. July 6th is the final day. July 7th, it'll be erased from existence. I am leaving the country in 2 days. This is my last chance to go on the island again. And I've always wanted to do an opening to close. It's open from 11 to 6 p.m. I think rope drop is at 8 or 9. The island opens a couple hours later. Hoping to be the first raft over and the last raft off. I'm inviting you to join me. Good to have you here. Shall you? Going to be leaving Celebration just shy of 9:30. It's 9:26 right now. It's 83 degrees, but it's going to warm up to 92 around 4 p.m. No sign of showers, though. So when there is inclement weather and stormy, they will close the island, but it looks like it's going to be a clear 7-hour day on the island itself. No storms in projected. Should be able to explore every nook and cranny, get over there in time to get some coffee, get a couple bottles of water, maybe some snacks. First raft over at 11 a.m. Last one off at 6. This says the last day to experience the island is July 6th. On July 7th, they will make way for the largest expansion in history at the Magic Kingdom. Gonna be wild not to have that island or the riverboat. I did think it'd be kind of fun to be stuck on the island during a Florida storm. However, they evidently close the island when a storm is a-brewing. They make everyone leave the island. So if that happens, that happens. But the weather's showing clear skies, even though those clouds right there might argue with the forecast. Made a reservation for today, but it turns out that they have decided that no reservations are needed for pass holders. It's a good to go day. You don't even need a reservation as a pass holder to go today. Why do we have reservations here? Procuring a reservation on the West Coast at Disneyland as a pass holder, it's like winning the lottery. It's like getting into Fort Knox sometimes, but here, yeah, it's never an issue. Well, rarely an issue. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you can't trust the prediction of the weather. These clouds are looking pretty wild. What if I get over there before the first raft even leaves? It starts downpouring and the island doesn't open for a while. I'm just standing there waiting. So my plan is go to Starbucks, get a large coffee, venti, and also one of the Starbucks collectible bags for Magic Kingdom, and then put a couple waters in there. I think there's water over at the island though as well, and restrooms. But no matter what happens, if I get evac'd off the island because of weather, then at least I went over there. But I'd like to stay from 11 to 6, open to close over there. It's going to be a scorcher. No one knows more about the heat than Heavy Metal Mickey, because the sun hits him. He gets really toasty because he's made of metal. Aluminum, I think. I walked right down the middle of Main Street, USA. First priority is to pop over into Starbucks and get properly caffeinated. Then soon after caffeination, hydration will be the next priority of the day. I think I could get over to the first raft. It's 10:25 right now. While waiting for my waiting for my coffee to be prepared, I purchased these 3 waters, but I read that there are refillable stations over at the island, so I should have a effervescently constant flow of water being refilled in there. I also purchased this. Doesn't really go with my Frontierland ensemble with the Indy hat and the Mickey Western shirt, but I've been wanting to get this for a while. You got Sunny Eclipse, Space Mountain, the Castle, Dapper Dance, Tron, Big Thunder, which is currently under construction, Mansion, things like that. Nothing on the backside, but I got them to carry the waters over to the first raft. Yes, the ever-changing landscape of WDW, Frontierland, and the island over there. Looks like they have the cast members preparing the first raft. Got my coffee, got my bag full of waters. and I'm going to be heading over. I think I'm going to make the first raft. You were wearing quite the appropriate t-shirt here. You got Mark Twain.
Mark Twain.
You got The Adventures of Tom Sawyer.
Yep. I'm going to read some passages from the book today. On the island.
I like that. Greg's game room is here. Drew in the Moment is here.
I feel underdressed and underprepared, man.
Well, I got this bag that does not go with my Frontierland ensemble, but it works.
Hey, we won't say nothing.
Right over there. We're gonna try to get the first raft over, and depending on just how the day goes, I'm gonna stay over there till the last raft.
I figure we're going to be there a while, so
That's
I got plenty of book to read.
Okay, you're gonna read some passages. We got a lot of time over there. Got nothing but time.
Hey, man, they're pricey.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
But you could actually you could recreate this scene. We could repaint the fence again.
We could, yeah.
Or one last time, one last paint. Already a line to be in the first raft. Also, the cast members have taken the Liberty Bell around before guests are allowed to board it. And then after the first ship goes around, we'll be able to get on the first raft, which is waiting right there patiently for us to board over to Tom Sawyer's Island in Anaheim. It's called Pirates Lair now. They don't even call it Tom Sawyer's Island anymore, which is weird. Will not be riding the riverboat today, but you will be seeing it a lot. I said my goodbyes to the riverboat a couple days ago, but I will be showing it a lot from the island. Oh, someone else has joined the party. Exploring Ryan has made it.
Party.
What's that?
A going away party, isn't it?
A 7-hour party.
It's going to be. Did you?
I got waters.
Okay. There you go.
And you have. Oh, you brought an apple.
I brought an apple, and I
Greg was just talking about an apple.
You know what the apple's for? We know what the apple's for.
Drew, I'm Ryan. Ryan, that's good to meet you as well.
There's a Mark Twain reference to the apple.
There is. So I like this.
Yes.
You've got.
I'm underdressed,
Disney.
man.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
I went villains.
Okay, you're going to be over here all day.
I got the Frontierland shirt going on. Yeah.
I'm going to go Adventureland today, I think, primarily.
You going Polly?
Yeah. This is bittersweet, man. I don't know what to be feeling right now.
Sadness.
It is. It is a general sense of morose, if you will.
I'm gonna have to Google that word.
I gleeked a little bit there.
Really kind of amazed that the line over here has already really gotten pretty lengthy. We're getting on the first raft though. I'm glad lined up prior to 11 a.m. The line is massive. Look at that line. That's like 4 rafts full of people waiting to get over. Oh yeah, alligators and snakes in the area. They got another boat ready to go over, another raft. We're getting on the first one. Free floating vessel.
Nuclear vessel.
Nuclear vessel.
Vessels.
Now,
Young lady here is giving a spiel about how this is a free-floating vessel. I believe, and Adam, maybe you can answer this for me. This is the only free-floating vessel in the Magic Kingdom at this point, is it not?
oh, without being on a track? It might be. Yeah, there's no canoes around Rivers of America. Got to go up in the windmill. We're going to spend a lot of time in every little piece of this place. And then the next time I'm going to be in town, this thing will all be closed up. Which is wild to think about. Yeah, we did it. Accomplished goal number 1, the first raft of the day. I thought maybe this would have a name. We've arrived at Tom's Landing. We've landed at Tom's. Yeah, this is gonna be a long video, by the way. I wonder what a lot of stuff's where it's gonna end up. You think this will end up at the Lakeland Antique Mall? Possibly, Drew.
I hope so.
I always like this sign right here, but it'd be kind of. I don't think that's the original one, but you know, it kind of looks like the original one, but it looks like a newer version, a remake of the original one. Here is a general layout of the land. You got the bigger island here. Then you got a bridge over Superstition Bridge. Then you get over to Pappy's Fishing Pier. You got Fort Langhorn right there. You got the riverboat going away. This is also going to be completely all gone. This is the raft that we took over there. Old Scratchy's Mystery Mine. You got the Scavenger Fort, Harper's Mill, Catfish Cove, Aunt Polly's, which I do not think is open. There used to be a restaurant over there. We'll check that out as well. Mark Twain was aboard Samuel Clemens in 1835. I didn't realize this, so Greg just pointed it out, but Fort Langhorn is Samuel Clemens' middle name. Why did I never put 2 and 2 together until he mentioned that? That's interesting. was a time for a while that this water wheel never stopped running, but I haven't seen it running in a while, but I don't think it's ever going to run again. It probably, you know, honestly, yeah, I think that the running of that water wheel has come to an end. The first boat of the day is starting to load up. You got Tom Loves Becky, you got the painting of the fence. Now this was Aunt Polly's, which was a little quick service place over here. I'd kind of hoped in the last couple weeks of this attraction, the island being open, that they would have Aunt Polly's open for business. Does not appear like that's going to happen, but there are some chairs out here, and I'd imagine we're going to probably spend a majority of our time just sitting right over here at these tables. And not looking like Aunt Polly's is going to make its grand return before its grand closure. The window is all pulled down, but there are some refreshments. Oh, there are some refreshments over here that you could get a drink. However, it appears as if every one of these drinks is sold out. Sold out. So no Coca-Cola beverages or water from inside of there. That says sold out. I think this one might be as well. I think, well, kind of hard to see what that says. It just says, I can't tell what that says. And even though Aunt Polly's is not open, I am enjoying a piping hot caffeinated beverage right here at the former quick service restaurant, Aunt Polly's, over at the island. Cheers. Cheers to you, Aunt Polly. Just a couple days, I'll be in another country, en route to another country. I will not be here on July 6th, which is the last full day that this island and the boat will be open. Paid my respects to the boat the other day, and now to the island. But I would imagine the final day on that July 6th, this place will be quite the beehive of activity. This is a better day to be here to kind of say goodbye, in my opinion. Do you think if we mobile order some food across the river that they would bring it over?
Dude, I wonder if
Think they'd bring it over to us? All right, Jeff is here.
Hello.
You wanna give your opinions on the island leaving?
Well, I'm sad to see the island leave, but I'm looking forward to what's coming.
That's what I keep saying. I'm looking forward to the future, but remembering the past.
Right, and we have Disneyland. We'll always have Disneyland.
I am grateful because I have the ability to go coast to coast. I know some people can't go to Disneyland, but if one of the islands and rivers was to go away, I'm glad it's this one,
Right.
and not Walt's original one. So.
I agree.
I also think if the Mark Twain went away and the original Tom Sawyer Island, now Pirate's Lair, went away, there would be an uproar. People would be grabbing pitchforks. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen with the Liberty Bell.
Yeah.
Like, where will it end up?
There's rumors that it might end up somewhere.
I think you and I should volunteer to sail that thing across the ocean. Because Disneyland Paris needs a new riverboat.
How long of a boat ride would that
What a
be?
video that would be.
A video? That'd be like a series.
It'd be like 10 minutes because it would sink right off the coast, but it would be a good video anyway.
Ring that bell. I like this shade spot here by the Barrel Bridge. Oh, these views are going to definitely be missed. Again, I am looking forward to the future, but these views are going to be sorely missed. Yeah, look at this. It's like a little shaded area. You got a nice little breeze coming through here. We rested a little bit over in that section, grabbed a seat, just kind of watched the rivers for a little bit. This is closed off because seems to be there's like a lizard right down there. So evidently it closed this path off because of the lizard down there, a little prehistoric lizard. Yeah, I was noticing this, and Exploring was also noticing that the gutters here have they've seen some things.
If you look, the shingles are coming off up here too. You can see where some of them are popping.
I mean, I would imagine anything that needs repaired, why would you repair it? Because the thing's closing, so. Oh, there's a lightning rod. For anyone that wants to know what a lightning rod looks like, that's one right there. So if it does get stormy over here and they don't evac the island, we won't get struck by lightning. It'll hit that rod. Right, there is a water fountain. In case I do run out of water, I can refill my bottle here. Make sure it's working. Yep, it's working. Okay, good to know. Good to know. It's the famous fence.
It's the fence from the story.
They're painting the fence. Yeah, cast members, what, 10 years ago they stopped hiding the brushes or giving the brushes out?
I heard it was like 2010 was about the last time that they used to do it, so
Like 15 years?
ago.
It was just like a photo thing, right? You couldn't paint the fence.
No, I'm sure the paintbrushes were probably dipped. I don't know. I've never seen them, but I imagine they were probably dipped in white paint and just left to dry.
I don't remember that from my youth when I would come over here. I never remember that, but I was always kind of in a rush when I would come over here because I wanted to do everything else at Magic Kingdom. I would show up here when I was young. There was so much at Magic Kingdom I wanted to do that I would come to the island, but I wouldn't spend a heck of a lot of time over here. Now, if the water wheel was running, all these gears would be turning. You'd get the nice soothing sounds of the wood crunching against each other. But all you hear in here now, because the water wheel is not running, there was a time when the water wheel never stopped running. But right now, since it is closing very, very soon, they're probably not even going to have this thing kicked on. But there is an owl up there. You can hear it up. Oh, can you see it? It's up there? I didn't realize there was actually one in here. I thought it was just a sound effect. Oh no, it's right there. Yeah. Wow. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen the owl before, but just totally forgot that there was a real owl in here with its demonic eyes flashing right there. You see it flickering. I mean, it's not demonic. I don't want to say he's the demonic owl, but where's that owl going to live? Where's that owl going to go? He's going to be uprooted from his home inside the water wheel. It is really cool getting these views. I do wish the water wheel was running. It's just some stagnant water down here now. Now, maybe on the final day they'll have the water wheel and Aunt Polly's open, but I don't know. I wouldn't count on it because I figured they'd already be open now. But maybe they will just for the final day. I have to just wait and see and watch others that'll be out here the final day to see that. But it looks like is the boat moving? Yeah, the boat's moving. I thought it was like kind of stalling there for a minute, but get the Frontierland over there, Country Bears. You even see the top side of the Cheeky Room. What'd you say?
Say it's like a park within a park.
You know, I was just thinking that this is the way we're doing it is kind of the way you need to experience the island. You just come over here with no other game plan, and you just spend a lot of time. You soak it in. I'm already noticing things. Usually I would be in such a rush to get over to Haunted Mansion or Pirates or something like that. I'm noticing more while I'm over here. This probably had water in it at some point, like a moat. Yeah, look at this. You can see where the concrete is. There had to have been water in here. Now there's nothing. What was the name of the guy this is named after?
This is Harper's Mill.
Harper's Mill. This island really is. It's like its own little world. Its own little world in here. It's like definitely going to be a missing piece once this thing is removed. Yeah, there had to have been water in there at some point. I doubt they're going to refill that for the final day. Was there water in here originally?
There was. Was it? I don't remember if there was. I don't recall seeing it.
Oh, it's closed. You can't go up.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Dude, it's closed. Dang
You
it.
can't even go up in the window. It's closed. But we're
Ooh.
just noticing this too.
You know what's cool though? If you come in here and you get really quiet, it's like a really cool vibe. Listen. You can hear it turning. Listen to that. That's awesome.
This is termites.
They just gave up on it, dude. Just gave up on it. Up in the little world.
These are Disney termites, however.
All right. That's true. That's true. They're not as vicious.
They chew up the wood.
Okay, I'm not getting the sounds because they're talking.
Oh, yeah, see the prints.
Right.
You step inside and be quiet. Again, Ryan will not stop talking. Got the little crooked bridge. Let's go across that. Wait. Oh, nope, closed. Is everything closed over here?
The island itself is open.
We just keep coming to closure
Thrown everywhere.
I wonder why.
This cave is open.
You know what? I'm glad the cave's open.
Can I make a
Cave wasn't
correction
open,
real
I'd be
quick?
a little
Yes.
upset. Because we came one time and both the...
Correction, this is
both
not
of the
Harper's
caves
Mill.
were
This
closed.
is just a
Yeah.
windmill.
So-
Yeah, well,
Oh, just a regular windmill. Okay. Is there Harper's Mill on the island, or just
Yeah, it was the other mill that we saw over by
the water wheel?
Yeah.
The water wheel.
Where the
Oh, look at this. There's a bee. There's a bee right here.
That's just crazy.
Whoa.
Be good.
There's a bee right there. I think there was water here at some point too, like a little roaring, not a roaring, but a stream going downhill. All the water effects are off. A lot of the stuff you can't even walk through. They have the close signs up through a lot of the area. Yeah, it's dried out. That's the good.
It's dried out, which, dude, they haven't. The last time I was here, probably like a month and a half ago,
Was the water on?
they had all the water was off,
Really?
and then one of the caves was closed,
Okay.
and then the barrel bridge was closed as well.
So they've just decided, let's just
Let it run.
let's run it in B mode. It's in B mode right now.
Dude, maybe C mode. I don't
C
know.
mode.
I don't know.
If we were able to go up inside there, we would have exited down here. And there's some really cozy rocking chairs down here. They're just really great areas where you could just sit, just enjoy the ambiance, vibe, if you will. It's a good spot. You got another one of the rafts. People have already gone over for their visit. Maybe some people on there, maybe that was their last visit. Gotta miss that sound. Got the Missouri Marine Company here. Got a little Missouri action, which is where Mark Twain is from. Also, where Walt was from, in Marceline, Missouri. This is a little connection with Walt and Mark Twain. You got the little washboard right here. Kind of reminds me of Country Bears. Oh, wow. What the heck is this? Look at this chair.
This is one of the greatest views.
I think this chair might,
Oh, geez.
don't sit in that chair.
That's a half rocker. That's a half rocker right there.
Yeah, I'm also noticing that the water is really, really high. This dock right here is not a floating one, so you see the water is just right there, which means if it was to rain, like a extension or a proficient amount of rain was to come up here, it would probably flood up onto this dock. Getting the crossing of the rafts over there. They say don't cross the streams, but you can cross the rafts going over there. And you're also getting a little view of the construction. They're laying down the new track at Big Thunder over there. Big Thunder's not running. All right, you can kind of hear the train off in the distance. So the train's also going to be closing on the 6th. But not completely. It's just not going to do a grand circle. It's going to have to go backwards, I'm hearing. You can hear it over there. You can hear the ringing of the bell. Just ran into a couple over here, and they were saying, just think about it. This will be the last time you'll be able, once the riverboat closes and once the island closes, you won't be able to do any construction updates on Villain's Land back there, the train construction, or Big Thunder construction. Because anything you see from anyone, not only myself, but everyone, either comes over the island, gets on the riverboat to do a little construction updates. No one's going to know what's happening because you won't be able to see it from any of the spots anymore after the 6th. R.I.P. Entrance with a small E. Well, it's still a capital E, but it's a small E on the end. We're going to head over to Fort Langghorn, Samuel Clemens' middle name. Oh, this thing's bouncing. It's like a barrel bridge. It's like a barrel bridge. Ooh. Very bouncy. Ooh, you hear the soothing sounds, the howl of the mansion behind us over there.
I was just saying, every time I get on, I always forget that this bridge bounces. Always throws me for a loop.
Look at that view.
What kind of rocket? Get something heavy.
That is a good view. Coming around the river bend right there. You move over just a little bit. Oh, look at this. They also have this flotation device here, just in case somebody were to fall in. You could utilize that as a safety precaution. Coming around the river bend, right straight ahead, in front of Big Thunder. I don't think they blow the horn here. There are a couple key points that they blow the horn, or the steam whistle, but this isn't one of them. I should also mention this is going to be a really long video. Organic sounds. train whistle. Hello. Thank you. We could almost reach out and give each other a high five. We're so close.
Quite fast.
I always have this etiquette with waving, so we could wave right here. But if there was ground right here, and I waved at someone in the park across concrete from that close, they would not wave back. They would go, this guy's a whack job. Take a look at this. You got the Bowie Knife Company.
Is that David Bowie?
The Bowie, Arizona, is where Rambo was born.
Oh.
Or maybe it's Bowie. Bowie or Bowie?
I'm gonna go with Bowie just so the story is
Yeah.
connected.
But that's a true story. All right. Well, you're taking a little snoozage in there? You're going to be getting a lot of sleep. You're not going to have anyone bothering you after a while. What do you got going on in here? You having some dreams? Oh, it's the guard.
Right up there. I missed it.
It's the guard. There's like a handkerchief right there.
Sleeping soldier.
You're not exactly doing the best job guarding this place, sir.
The same era that you would find from Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, it's good. He's still alive. You can see his chest right there breathing. Oh, wow! There's a wasp. There's a wasp right there.
Adam has a walk out of his nose.
That wasp. I was trying to show that his chest is breathing. Or he's breathing, but his chest is moving. Look right there.
Like an animatronic.
His chest is going up and down.
It only took, however many years I've been coming to Disney.
This area alone is just amazing. Blacksmith.
The trees starting to grow out of.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. There's some sort of an animal horn right there.
There's the famous North American horned alligator.
What kind? Come here.
Quiet areas.
Ooh, this is so cool. I totally forgot there was chickens in a horse's rear end in here. There's a couple horses in there. Disappointed we didn't bring any chess pieces or checker pieces. They do have the boards. That would have been definitely something good to do for a little while over here. Yeah, the blacksmiths are retiring. The dog down here wetting its whistle.
I thought these people were going like, oh, I don't like that.
It's the actors they pay to be chained up.
Yeah. How much are you going to do that?
I'm definitely glad that there are water fountains everywhere through here. See if this one works as well. Yep. Plenty of hydration. There's also a nice little restroom facility back here in Fort Langhorn. You got the U.S. flag up top there.
We'll be here the last. I'm lucky to be here now. I'm not really a big fan.
Oh, here's a wishing well. Look at this, well, not a wishing well, but it's a well. I think there probably was a rope here at some point. All right, gonna go up in the rifle roost through here. Go up stairs here. Ooh. Oh yeah, there's noises in here. Oh, I think it's real people though. Going up through. This little view from up here. Gonna go up higher though, up to the roost as well.
What's down here?
Oh yeah, look at this. They got the powder right here. Wow. Still got one right here. Look. Look at this. How cool is that? They've removed all the other ones. There's only one left. There's only one left. I can imagine on the last day this place is going to be hard to walk around in. Look, people have carved their names up in there. All up the top there. It's probably frowned upon, but people have done it over the years. Definitely got to get up in the caves or go through the caves. That's definitely a cool little thing. The island, Fort Langghorn, and the caves are probably the two best things on the island. Here you use cotton when utilizing the cannon here, which is pointed at construction at Big Thunder. Those workers over there probably have no idea, right? Oh, you can hear the burning cabin. The burning cabin's over there. Hear the crackling of the burning cabin. I don't think there's any way to see it though, without being on the boat, which I'm not going on the boat today. These look like pencils. Yeah, burning cabins over there somewhere.
Very cool.
Let's keep going.
Okay. If it's hot in his shin there, it's just
Do these work?
You should.
come over to this one.
That one works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does the one on the other side of the building.
Wait, Adam the Woo?
Yeah.
Okay.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh wow, it's like pointed right at the riverboat. Look at that. Wow, that's like,
Enter Disney violence.
yeah. I don't want to do that. That's not good. Man, this is a cool view. Look at this. That is so awesome. So cool. Fort Langghorn for the win.
By the Mark Twain!
Noticing on this, there is no number for the island. I thought maybe they didn't have it coinciding over here on the guide map. However, if you look closely, it is number 28. Oh, you know what? The dock where you board the rafts over is 28, showing going to the island. And it says temporary refurbishment for Big Thunder, and right below it, Tom Sawyer Island says brave this Mark Twain inspired hideout. That's what we're doing. We're braving it. This map will be a collector's item as well. I'm probably not going to take it though. I'll just throw it away. We're going to go through the escape tunnel now, which goes down into the bowels of Fort Langghorn. You got to watch your step. I've been through here before, but I don't really remember what's down here.
How much we're going to be able to actually see.
Into the caves. We should be able to see. This camera pick up low light really well.
I think this is the one that gets really, really tight, if I remember.
Yeah.
Maybe it was one of the other ones.
I'm not thin.
I'm getting thicker.
Yeah, this definitely gets a little scrunched through here. What was that? You step on a leaf?
It was my water bottle.
Sure it was.
I swear. I guess a little warmer in here, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little humid.
The other ones, I think we have over the AC, there's some air pumping. I didn't know that was this. Tighter.
You know, you could do like a scare zone through here, and you could just take your water bottle and just scrunch it up.
Up and down the... Ah, we made it. We made it. I think somebody else just was scraping their water bottle too.
You were smart. You brought rations.
I'm on rations, and I'm hoarding them all.
There he is. His friend Joe Harper right here. This here deserted gristmill was named after his friend Joe Harper. It's about to be really deserted. I mean, it's kind of deserted now, but in a couple weeks it's going to be full on deserted. Yeah, dangers, alligators and snakes in this area. Stay away from the water, which means if you go over the barrel bridge right there, you'll be very close to snakes and gators possibly. Still got to go over the bridge. But for now, we're going to relax over here at the closed Aunt Polly's again. No rain in sight. It's almost 2 o'clock. We're almost 3 hours into this excursion. 91 degrees at MK. I think we're about to have a passage read to us by Greg.
Very exciting. No pressure, dude.
This is the third paragraph of the preface. Although my book is intended mainly for the entertainment of boys and girls, I hope it will not be shunned by men and women on that account, for part of my plan has been to try to pleasantly remind adults of what they were once themselves, and how they felt and thought and talked, and what interesting enterprises they sometimes engaged in. Mark Twain, Hartford, 1876.
It's kind of the same, Walt kind of had that same type of thought process also.
Yeah.
All right, it appears as if, even though this says exit only, everyone's going this direction because over there it's closed. So we're gonna walk across the barrel bridge here. Oh wow, this is really something here. This is a lot more shaky than I was thinking it would be, but you get a pretty good view of the haunted mansion, East Coast version of the mansion. It's kind of you got to get your sea legs. You got to get your sea legs on that thing. Right, gonna continue going across with the sights and sounds of the mansion, and this is a lot harder to walk across than I was thinking. That thing is so shaky. Wow, the barrel bridge. Wow. This is something. It is something right there. The barrel bridge. Years ago, you used to be able to walk past that rope there and stand over there and get a photo with the mansion, but they've roped it off where you can't get over there to get a really good photo standing right there with the mansion behind it. And this area over here on the map is designated Smuggler's Cove. There's like a little cove here, kind of tucked away on the little section of the bridge. You got the castle off in the distance over here. Here on the top of the hill, you can kind of look down at the launch for the rafts down there as well. We're like way up top here. You got the mansion over there. Getting a look once again at the windmill over here, and where the water is no longer on. This is looking down. Oh, I just heard both whistles go. This area up here is called Fidgety Ledge. I just looked it up on the map. That's right. Now, I was confused as you are, Bird. You looked at me because you were confused by the name Fidgety Ledge. But there are picnic tables up here as well. You could definitely spend... I almost just tripped over a root. You could definitely spend some time up here in Fidgety Ledge. Nice picnic table here. Again, there could be alligators and snakes. Crazy if there was a gator slithering up the side of the hill here. Oh, here's another picnic table at the top, right there. I believe this is one of the roped off areas. Not really sure why so much is roped off, but yeah, you can't go up or down this. This is leading down to that little water area with the bridge, the barrel bridge. And poor old Jim's shack right there. There is a sprinkler system right here on this very lengthy metal pole, and here is a decoy rock around another piece of concrete. Right there. But there's a big, tall sprinkler system.
But you got a playground in Iceland.
Called Tom Sawyer's Scavenger Fort right up here. It's like a little, kind of a little playground area at the very, very top of the hill. I love this. They have a little crow's nest that if you wanted to, you could get inside the crow's nest here and look over at the windmill and the refurb that's happening on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. And there is a pirate's flag right there, kind of waving in the breeze. There's really not much of a breeze right now. The grist mill is down. Is it grist or grist?
Grist with a G.
Grist. This is the retention pond / water bubbling up area that's supposed to go down that.
Right. It feeds the grist mill. So that if this were running, if that was open and there was enough water running through it, theoretically, if it was a legit grist mill,
Yeah.
then the
Go into there.
it would start spinning. The wheel would be spinning.
But it hasn't been running in a while, and now it's just basically turned into a mosquito haven over here. This is, I don't know what could be living in that right there.
Cool to gator.
On the final day of this, how many people do you think are going to get a selfie in front of this thing? On the last day,
ones.
on July 6th.
We're the only ones filming this.
If you guys return, I want to see a bunch of selfies.
I won't be returning.
This is your last time?
This is my last time
paying
in front of the. This is cool.
Okay, let's all get a selfie. Right here in front of the mosquito haven.
Yeah, but when I do it, I've got to pay the HOA $300.
Tom Sawyer's HOA? Well, Crooked Bridge still closed. And we're lucky we got over here on the first raft because you can't even go in here. Now they have a trash can. All right, gonna go into the caves now. This is the caves. We'll say it's very humid in here, very, very humid and warm inside of here. And it really does have quite a interesting vibe through here. It has like a, I'll say like an odor, but it definitely has its own sense of smell through here. It's mildewy, right?
It is a little mildewy.
It has like a little mildewage.
It does. I don't feel like that airflow that I was talking about.
Now the escape hatch over at Fort Langhorn didn't have this smell,
No.
but evidently this is a Mark Twain Engine Joe smell through here.
It smells just like them.
That's the name of the cave. Oh, I forgot how cool this is.
Like they like.
This is really cool.
I missed what you said. I just heard Indian Joe.
Let's just hang out in here the rest of the time.
This is where it gets a little wonky now.
Oh, this is yeah. Okay.
This is one of those rooms you see at like the fairs and things.
Yeah, where it's like, are you walking uphill or downhill?
That's it, the mystery cave. Yeah.
I always call it the Cave of Wonders
Because one time I came in here and threw a whole bunch of coins at someone. Yeah.
we got a little
This is great.
water going on there. That's sweet. See, this is where you can make a wish. Got all the. This is where the treasure is.
If you had to guess, what's the humidity level in here?
All of it's like, gosh, humidity level is all. I'm damn down.
Yes. I just started sweating profusely.
Profusely. Well, the good news is you're still sweating.
So, you know, I guess I'm a liar because I swear there was air movement through here.
No, there's none.
Not today.
There's flowing water.
I'm walking in front of the chambers, but that is a completely different one.
Like, why do they have water in here but nowhere else?
It's going down the side of the wall right there. Love the jewels right there.
This one's in mice. I lived in this for like mice, right.
Oh,
Side of the wall.
why this stuff?
You see the water flows. The water flows underneath that through the wall. It is very hot. Humidity level like 180% in here.
At least.
To how it was in the book.
Yeah, and they spent like a week down here in that truck.
But it was several days.
Anybody bring deodorant?
Turning them on.
Well, we had some sunblock.
Yeah.
That
This guy's trying to
smells,
get a
right?
photo. He's trying to get a-
Take it back up.
Somebody else was like documenting this too, because if you turn the corner, look how cool this looks. And now Ryan's in the frame.
Why am I here?
Look how cool this looks.
On a ledge.
You guys can go. Perfect.
This is not the way we came in, is it?
No. Just gonna. This is the precursor to haunt season. Gonna give a strobe light warning here because it is flickering.
Okay, good. I'm smiling.
Wow, that looks so wild. How at an angle they are back
Caught you
there.
off guard.
You can get your sea legs through here.
Yeah, this is slightly crooked in here.
Yeah.
Just like they like it.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yes, you know what I mean? I just do the video and I'm like, crap.
Look at this.
Using a picture from the
This is the money shot right here.
Yeah? Ooh. Dude, every time I come here, it reminds me of Willy Wonka when they're walking in that room.
Yes.
Right?
But it
Every
gets
time
smaller and
it's like
smaller.
Yeah, and it's got like the angles too.
Okay, let's just let it just be the ambiance for a minute. Okay, maybe more than a minute, more than a minute. This is a star. Scary movie. Who's going first? Am I going first? I'm going now. Don't go down there. Don't go down there. It's your Joe's right that way. Never say you'll be right back. Promise you won't. There's still another cave we haven't been in. So we went in Tom Sawyer's cave, but we didn't go in Joe's cave. Where's Tom's Landing?
This is where we are now.
How about Old Scratchy's Mystery Mine?
That's
Who's
where we
Old
went.
Scratchy?
That's where we went. That's where we saw the jewels. The rich stuff.
Yeah, Goonies reference.
I do have the book,
Oh, he has the book.
but I also have
He's
my
gonna sit in the
cheat
rocking
sheet
chair,
here,
but
so
on
it's
the
easy to
ledge.
find.
I'm up on the ledge here.
Because we're
Got
gonna
a
go
little
in
stoop here, the side of the ledge. Overlooking the
Engine Joe? Is that what it
water
was?
right there. You about to read from the book?
So this is from chapter 30. Walls were supported by many fantastic pillars, which had been formed by the joining of great stalactites and stalagmites together, the result of ceaseless water dripping of centuries. So we're going to see all the stalactites and the stalagmites inside of the cave. The raft drew beyond the middle of the river. The boys pointed her head right and then lay on their oars. The river was not high, so there was not more than a 2 or 3 mile current. Hardly a word was said during the next 3/4 of an hour. Now the raft was passing before the distant town. 2 or 3 glimmering lights showed where it lay, peacefully sleeping beyond the big, vast sweep of star-gemmed water, unconscious of the tremendous event that was happening. The Black Avenger stood still with folded arms, looking his last upon the scene of his former joys and later sufferings, and wishing she could see him now, abroad of the wild sea, facing peril and death with a dauntless heart. Whew, that's a lot of words for me.
You look good though.
Great timing, dude.
You just read the words of Mark Twain as the Liberty Bell went by. It's dark. Actually, this camera picks up the light better than the human eye.
Mine sort of does. Oh, this is a colorful cave. I always forget. Yes.
Oh, there's 2 choices.
This one has the wind too. Yep. The wind effect.
This is a dead end. Wow, look at this. There's carvings through here. You got a star. You got like an eagle. Got some rocks. There's some stalactites and whatnot. It's very.
Oh, wow.
Dang, look at that.
I can't squeeze through that little tunnel.
It just stops right there, huh? I thought it was a path.
Here's like a fish, some fish Oh no. Look at this. This fish has like sharp teeth and a mouth here.
My gosh, dude.
Look at
I
that.
never noticed that, dude.
There's a starfish right up above it too.
Right there.
And there's more like,
It's really hard to see because it's so dark. Oh, yeah, look at this one right here.
this is like a dinosaur cave.
It really is.
Here. And if you go a little further, it looks like there's some colors.
I never knew.
A lot of howling in there too. Ooh, a spooky face.
It's like the wind effect.
A couple spooky faces actually. I forgot about the spooky faces.
This is always the creepy door.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I forgot about this too. Look at these caves. That's awesome. Yeah, there's like two faces with the nose and the mouth. Amazing. Totally forgot about this cave.
Because there's no entry sign anymore.
Hey, that's what it is, dude. I wonder how many people actually climbed up there and got picked.
Is this the wishing well? Is Troy up there?
You goody! The lighting in here is so light. Is there little boys right here? It's perfect. Oh, I mean, the world's a boy, so we gotta go. Go to the men's room.
Yeah, this is a good cave.
Awesome. Oh, there's some mask. Look at that. All the work that they did in creating some I love that these caves are so long, like you can take your time and oh, I love this. Oh, this is where you make a wish, man. This kind of has that Temple of Doom.
I was thinking the same thing.
Right?
In the Temple of Doom.
Totally Temple of Doom feel. Love when you can see like the lights going through the slats.
All right, let's go again. It's time for my shadow to go back across the. Oh wow! Back across the barrel bridge. Oh wow! I don't know why this is a lot more difficult than it looks. I've already stated that, but it is. Yeah, it's something going across here. Wow. Got 2 hours to go.
2 hours to go.
We've been on this island for 5 hours.
5 solid hours. Thank goodness.
Give me the bell. Thank you. That's what's up.
They said the island's fine, but they're warned that the fort closed.
Oh, bad weather. We can't go. We've already said our last goodbyes to Fort Langhorn, I guess. Bad weather coming in. Fort Langhorn is officially closed. Dang.
That's weird though. Inclement weather, but they only closed down the fort.
Yeah, that's very strange.
But what inclement weather?
So that may dude, we only got an hour and 15 minutes. It's already 4:45. Island closes at 6. So I think I've seen my last Fort Langhorn.
There's a storm
Crazy.
Storm coming? Thank you.
No, I guess we did say.
You have a shoe down.
Yeah, somebody lost their shoe.
What if that shoe will make the transformation over into Cars Land?
I think it will. It's going to be one of those, highlight pieces.
It needs to be an Easter egg. Really looking forward to spending the last hour back in Fort Langhorn, but sad trombone, that is not going to happen. So we got to find something else to do for the next hour 5 minutes. Hello again, Owl. How you doing up there? Good to see you. Kind of interesting. So you got Aunt Polly's, which is closed, the refreshments, but up the top of the hill, it's called Hickory Switch Hill. And a switch back in the day is something that you would take a switch and you would paddle your youngins with. Yeah, you would take a switch, and that's named after spare the rod, spoil the child thought process. Also, look at all this massive hill here, just all this green space, and down at the bottom of it, right down here, I don't know what that is. It's like a circular thing full of mud. I don't know what that is. You know what? Now that we say that, it might rain. It feels like it's coming in pretty quick. Maybe they know something we didn't know. Maybe they are going to close the island down for rain. We got 1 hour left. There's a lot of people on the boat now as the day starts to get a little longer. You guys wearing a Flynn's arcade shirt from Tron. Over here is kind of interesting too. It looks like it used to be a boat dock of some sort at one point, maybe like where one of the other rafts would have at some point when it got really busy. They'd have another raft over there, but they boarded it up. And now it's just an area that's not really being used. Random stump right here. There's also all these little metal signs. Great Overland Mail Route. Ooh, there's a dragonfly. Right there's a dragonfly. Boat has not left yet. There is a guy over there. Cast member over there. The cast member on the boat said that she thinks this is the last one. Yep. Okay. Yeah. You got they're doing the push off right there. All the cast members. So this is definitely the last one. So this is definitely the last one then. All right. See you later, Tom's Landing.
I know. I was ready to have
That's it. First one on. Last one off. They just patrolled the restrooms. They went in the men's to see if anyone was hiding. They went in the women's to see if anyone was hiding. Oh, they're all coming. All the cast members are coming over with us. So it's definitely the last one.
Alrighty, y'all. Welcome back. You know the drill. This is a free floating raft. There are going to be some bumps and cuts. Make sure we are holding on to that rail to make sure we standing at all times. Keep your hands and feet and legs inside the raft. And parents, please watch your little ones.
See you later, Tom Sawyer's Island. Currently 6:25. We're getting the last boat over. Back over to this. This will all be gone as well. There's some big changes. Big changes. The biggest expansion Magic Kingdom's ever had in the history of being open since 1971. Pretty wild. You still have the Aunt Polly sign refreshments even though they weren't open. Blue sign right there. People taking photographs up here. What's going to happen to all this stuff?
Every time.
I like this guy.
Alrighty, it has been an honor. Thank you for coming. Exit to the right and watch your step.
Weird, 7 hours and 25 minutes over there. I didn't even feel like the other rest of the park even existed. Other than just kind of peeking over there. It's almost like you're just in your own world. After all that, 7.5, let's call it 7 hours, 25 minutes on the island. First boat over, first raft over, first raft back. Did it. The next time I'm back in Magic Kingdom, we back after I get back from international travels. This will probably be all walled up, but I did it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, the vlog. That was Exploring Ryan. He just went by us in the tram while we're walking. The vlog is